The X-ray was probably, to most people, their home away from home. Like a second family.
Straight country western between Cracker Bash and punk rock. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's gonna go far.
Where's my cowboy hat?
You had such diverse people playing back to back, and yet it was like, oh, well, naturally that band follows that guy.
God's Favorite Pussy, also known as GFP, or Girls for Peace, as I was telling my parents.
Our very first show was at the X-Ray, because of course Ben and Trace were the only ones that would probably book a band called God's Favorite Pussy.
Anything can happen there.
You know, a lot of bands came out of that joint. My band, and everyone's heard of my band.
Vinny's band was big.
Big Daddy Meets Scott.
Yeah.
We did this sort of post-industrial, tribal soundscaping, a lot of banging on metal objects, found objects. We had an electrified shopping cart, which was sort of our hook.
I think I played at the X-Ray in various projects like Drip and Ape Grave and Sufi Mind Game.
Dead Moon, Cracker Bash, the Tennesseans, Pond, the Innuendos, Misread Flowers, Francis Farmer Gals,
Motor Goat, Joy Buzzer, Sloth, Jim Boyer, Digby, Junket, Daniel Menchie, Bug Skull, Last Pariahs, Crayon, 30-06, Alpha Jerks, Surf Maggots.
Everybody played there. Every big band played there.
Yeah, we played a show with Green Day there, I remember, in like 91 or something.
Well, and just like Everclear opened for us at the X-Ray.
That's right.
I still get a kick out of that.
I think we had some real, some power problems there, like we usually have in lots of places. But it was a good gig. I remember it being a good gig, and we just played anyway, and everybody
was crazy. Yeah. There was like 2 stabbings and a shooting outside.
It's pretty much par for the course there at the X-Ray, I guess. But it seemed really great. There was always people there. And I really liked the location.
It was like walking into a vortex or something, which was weird because, which was doubly weird because that part of Portland was like a vortex already. So it's like you went from the real world to this alternate world and then walked into yet another world that was an alternate from that world.
And I think maybe that's because like X-Ray had a
I don't know, a levity. It had some sort of, you know, artistic spirit behind the chaos.
Люди сказали, меня зовут Will, Larry the Mad Russian.
I did Spanish classes there so that people could learn Spanish, but what ended up happening a lot was that Spanish-speaking homeless people would come in and learn English from me too, which was great.
They used to do like an educational thing on Wednesday nights. And one Wednesday I came down and did a talk on languages. Somebody said she wished she could have brought her daughter down because it was really educational. So, you know, that meant a lot to me that somebody said that.
Go to the library, check out a book, open up the cover and take a good look.
I was Mr. Fix-It on Wednesday nights. I had the Science Fixins, and I did a little science experiment and a little lesson to everybody on Wednesday nights right after Ask Len and Primal Screen Therapy and Meditation with Elvis, and there were Science Fixins.
My name is Saila. I do sound for a living, hence the microphone stand in my house.
How'd that start?
That started at the X-Ray Cafe. I ran the House of Snacks.
Saila's backing us up on grub over in the House of Snacks, so please feel free to visit her. Score a quesadilla. It's a buck. Hey, you got a buck.
I went to the shows, but I was more in there for like day-to-day rituals, you know, like.
Put your left arm in, put your left arm out, put your left arm in and shake it all around. You do the hokey hokey and you turn yourself around. That's hokey pokey.
They got that X-ray training, you know, and whatever the hell that was, but it, you know, just dealing with street issues and dealing with bands and dealing with people in general.
You know what? You can all fuck off because you don't know what hurt is.
So if you want to talk to me, if you want me to listen, then we'll do it outside, okay? Do you care? Okay? I do care. Okay.
I think we really did a good thing. I think we set out a whole group of folks that learned how to be funny and wise.
I think you're really cool, dude, but don't unplug my equipment.
We started doing this thing where after the bands got done playing about midnight, I'd start this show that went from 1 to 4 a.m. And I wouldn't allow people to play music at my show. You could only read poetry and tell your own pitiful story.
And some of these nights were just absolutely amazing, and you never knew who was going to walk in off the street.
I believe that something really important was happening, something important like Dada or Bauhaus or Warhol's Factory.
You know, that's what I really enjoyed, you know. You could be yourself and not be given all kinds of lip for doing it, you know.
Helpful John. Helpful John.
Ladies and gentlemen, wise and wonderful John Friend.
You know an old lady who swallowed a spider. It wriggled and jiggled and tingled and do something to beat.
We kept rolls of Scotch tape around just for John.
I didn't use any tape at the X-ray. Duct tape.
George has a front film of the building would be just covered with John's shit.
And he's painting the outside of the building.
Painting things.
He would start doing the
moving things.
Tracy, can I clean the bathroom for you?
Cleaning things.
And he'd show up with Chinese food for everybody, you know, from yesterday.
Helpful John was generous and kind when I had nothing. Thank you, John. He is as close to a father as I've ever had, and that may sound bizarre because he's way out there.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool the way they kind of adopted people.
It'd be these sleepovers. I don't know if anyone's talked about the Rose Parade sleepovers.
Trey says, Vince, the Rose Parade goes by here every year. And people see this nationally, and we're going to get a lot of exposure.
The X-Ray contingent of the people that are playing like the Cantina Band theme from Star Wars of the PA and dancing around like robots out in front. But then most of the people are just like regular like suburban kids that have come in to see the parade and are paying $0.25 to use the bathroom.